To me, enough is enough. They just wanna hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. We won't let them hurt us. Bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough. You won't bring us down. Bring us down. Enough is enough.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Indie Wrestling Corner with another episode of Under the Ropes. I'm your host, as always, the queen of the Indies, Tiffany, and we have we have some gold champions coming back to the channel. Welcome back, VVU. We got Jack and Dante. What's going on, guys?
Hello.
How's everything?
I'm good. Sorry, Dante's been trying to figure out his life. Is this I feel like I started off last one by asking the same question. Is this visual or just audio?
It's visual.
Oh, it is
So,
visual. I know it's visual.
We're
Like,
live, pal. It's visual.
Oh, we're live. Oh,
we're
we're
live,
Oh,
pal.
that's- sure.
Yeah. So
Tiff,
Oh.
I'm great. I'm just like Jack. I'm a two belt. Dante 2 belts. I got this belt, and I believe that you have something that I own. Look how shiny it
wait,
is.
hold on a second.
So shiny. Wow.
I think I have a belt that's technically not yours yet,
And it is. It's mine. It's mine.
but
Dante Drago literally chokeslammed someone this past Sunday to win the NFW Tag Team Championships.
I
How is that?
know.
To retain. Already once.
To retain? You couldn't have retained, buddy. We're the first ever NFW Tag Champs. What are you talking about?
So every match. So the way the Chokeslam Championship works. This is Cody confirmed. Is that in every match that I'm in, if I get chokeslammed, I lose the championship.
But you've never been
If I chokeslam
chokeslammed.
the other person, I retain the championship. So
Have
that's
you
where we're at.
Chokeslammed?
What?
Have you ever been chokeslammed?
Not an NFW.
but at other places.
Is that true?
At other places. He's been chokeslammed. You've been chokeslammed at NFW. Shut up. You were chokeslammed by Trayvon. Okay.
LMK, if you're watching this,
That
don't show
too.
your face at NFW.
Which
Oh, I forgot that LMK chokeslammed both of us, brother.
yes.
Same thing to Max Smashmaster.
She's strong.
So there's
They're equal.
I'm gonna go as far to say that LMK's chokeslam was more lethal than Max Smashmaster's.
I didn't jump for LMKs. She just threw me up there.
I put that out there.
Damn.
LMK is the most lethal chokeslam I've ever taken.
Honestly, yeah, my lower back was like messed up for like 2 days.
Sorry, if anyone watching this, give me like 20, 30 more seconds of your time to get my energy up. So I'm gonna explain this because I feel very low energy at the moment, and there's a reason for this. Last night, I ordered a Matt Damon movie called The Informant, and it's hysterical. It's one of the funniest movies I've ever watched. But I fell asleep with like 20 minutes left in, and I didn't fall asleep during the movie. Because I don't do that. I finish my movies. I knew I was about to fall asleep, so I turned it off, and then I started to finish it about 5 minutes before we hopped on this podcast, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish it, and then I realized, oh wait, I have to be on a podcast. So I'm very nervous that my 24-hour rental of this movie is going to end mid-podcast. So that has me a little bit upset because I don't want to lose Matt Damon because I love Matt Damon. He's my favorite actor.
No.
So if anyone watching this thinks I'm a little bit out of it right now, that is because my mind is somewhere else. But I'm here. I'm present.
Damn.
I got past that. I'm ready to go. Dante's blowing bubbles. He's wearing my Bobby Sapphire hat. and I'm quite excited to be back on here with the Queen of the Indies.
Well, we have a lot to talk about since that they've been here. I mean, Dante's been here a couple of months ago. We were just doing the Chokeslam Chronicles, which eventually we'll do another episode of that. So, but it's been a while since Jack came on. So, I have you both on here. So if you guys haven't checked out that original interview, please go back, go watch it. I think it's about a year now because I think it came up on my time hop the other day. So it's been a minute. So
yeah, because I was still in college when that came out because we filmed it in my dorm room.
Yeah, so wild. He's checking.
How far we've come, honestly, compared to where we were at before, like in the first time. I don't think we were CAP champions yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just started like becoming a team in NFW.
Mm-hmm.
We had just become Creative Pro Tag Team champions because you forgot to bring your belt to the filming of that podcast.
I gotta go. I'm gonna. Jack,
you guys were transferring the one belt during that podcast.
Yes. I remember. Because
shared the belt.
The one clip that I posted about it was the I want to be saying I want to be the biggest content creator in all of professional wrestling, and I remember screen recording it to post it and getting annoyed that the 5 minutes of the podcast where I was not holding the belt is when Dante's holding it, and when I said that, so it was so frustrating because I was the one that remembered it, and yet the clip I used didn't. But like here I am a year later. I am the social media champion of professional wrestling. I beat BRG at an NFW show in the no disqualification match, the hardest hitting match of my entire career against someone who has mega mucho TikTok followers to prove that I very well may be the best content creator in all of professional wrestling. But then, of course, on my journey to becoming the best content creator in all of professional wrestling, met a bump in the road when literally, arguably the biggest content creator in the world decided to join professional wrestling. And I would not usually talk about someone of the major leagues, the MLB of professional wrestling, if you will. That's not my style, but I have to when he is now my boss. Because anyone listening, I don't know if you know this, I'm an ambassador for Prime, which is the company of KSI N1 Logan Paul, who I guess technically now is my boss. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you head on down to your local Target, Walmart, Sam's Club, Vitamin Shop, GNC. If you're in the UK, go to Kroger and get some Prime, either hydration or energy, because it is the fastest growing hydration drink on the market. 250 million bottles sold in the first year alone. And why would it not sell? Because it has 10% coconut water, 250 milligrams of BCAAs, B vitamins, antioxidants, and 834 milligrams of electrolytes. I mean, to quote KSI, we are hydrated to the max.
He's a little happy now. He's woken up. So, but yeah, I did you like peek at all my questions because you're just like speeding through everything.
And then with Jack's elaborate intro, my name is Dante Drago. I'm a frat guy. I was voted the 2023 one to watch, and yes, sometimes I spank people, and sometimes I get spanked, and I do choke slams.
You don't just choke slams.
I hit the ropes with my head. It's great. And I am one half of Vlogberry University, the most straight savage tag team in all professional wrestling. And at one point, I wrestled Bobby Fish.
Okay.
You did wrestle Bobby Fish. How'd that go, man?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, so I'm going to cut you both off because there's so many people in the chat. Man, my head hurts because I'm like dying internally right here. I love all you guys. All right, let me give some love to the chat going on here. John's in the chat. He goes, hey, Tiffany. Hey, VBU. Wes is in the chat. He said, hey, guys. Kyle and Wes say hi. Much love and respect to you guys. Jeff is in the chat. He says, ramen, ramen, ramen.
Wait, is there a way for us to look at this chat? How do I see the chat?
I have the program running up that's giving me all the chats going on, so you'd have to individually go into Facebook.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, all right?
Me?
Yeah, that's a big responsibility. Can you handle that?
Oh, sorry, I don't want to look in the chat. I won't look in the chat. My bad. My bad.
Hey, relax.
Okay,
Dude,
okay. Wait, let me get through the chat. Can I get through the chat?
Put it away. You're gonna cut off a finger.
Listen, put the knife away, all right? I'm the Sicilian one here. I'm the one that likes knives, okay? But we'll get into the...
Naples! How you doing?
Oi. Okay, back to the chat because I really want to give love to this chat. Robert says, I think he needs to defend the titles against Ray Jazz. Jeff, we'll get to your question in a minute. Everything Pro Wrestling.
One person?
Huh?
Wait, we need to defend the titles against Ray Jazz. So like a 2-on-1 handicap match, or like Dante defends half of the title and I defend, or I defend half of the title.
I was thinking of our singles championships, my chokeslam championship, and your social media.
Okay.
How many followers does he have?
Not enough.
Yeah, then no.
There you go. All right, wait. What's it called? Smiley's in the chat. What's going on? He goes, did I walk in on the ad break? Haha. Trayvon Jordan's in the chat. Someone said chokeslam. My chokeslam signal went off.
All right, that was kind of funny, honestly. I'm with you, Dante. I'm Team Dante all the way, but that was kind of funny. My chokeslam signal. That'd be so funny if he genuinely was just sitting at home and he's just like sleeping and he just hears like someone say chokeslam and he's just like, chokeslam?
The chokeslam division has some supernatural counterparts to it.
Dude, it's like I don't know if you ever saw this. There's it's the Family Guy Star Wars episode, and at the point where Chris plays Luke Skywalker in this parody, and he's hanging upside down of Cloud City. I'm such a nerd here, guys. Learn this about me, big nerd. And he's hanging upside Cloud City, and he's screaming out, "Leia, Leia!" And then out of nowhere, he just goes, "Tom Selleck!" And then it cuts to Tom Selleck in real life, not animated for Family Guy, but real life, just in bed, just go, "Oh." And I just thought that was the funny. I don't know why I thought of that. I just thought that was hysterical.
All right, I'm going to continue with the chat. Jay's replying to Trey on saying, this Busta is saying he's the chokeslam champion.
'Cause he is. True.
Infringement on Alec Price on that one?
He did.
Wait, Alec Price?
Well, he infringed it. So, Wes says, Kyle and me were at the NFC show when Jack won the social media title. Robert says, has anyone ever broke your selfie stick while going to the ring?
He's not Tyler Breeze.
What?
He's not Tyler Breeze. Different gimmick.
So it's a tripod. It's not a selfie stick. It's a tripod. Very, like Dante said, very, very different. But no, nobody broke it. But one time, I sometimes do this thing. Dante and I do it together, where we'll like slide on our knees into the middle of the ropes. But when I was first starting out, I used to go up to the top rope, jump down, and I would spin, do like a big like spin in the middle of the ring, and then slide into it. And one time I spun too close to the ropes, so when I dropped down on my knees, I didn't slide. I was already at the ropes, so I kind of just dropped down on my phone, hooked the top rope, and flipped off of it and flew into the crowd. I made a vlog out of it, and I felt pretty bad because I clickbaited the Jack Pack, and I said a Jack Pack member stole my phone, or stole my vlog camera, but in reality, the guy was simply picking up the phone that flew into his lap. But it made for such a good thumbnail, and I loved it.
Oh. Trayvon said, tell Jack that's exactly what happened with the choke slam.
That is exactly. He's just like, choke slam?
He just Taker sat up and just felt his goozle ringing.
Choke slam?
Trayvon said, I have my own pallbearer. He raises a picture of my chokeslam hero, Paul White, and I raise. John says, VBU ever thought about getting Bryce Donovan from chokeslamming you guys at Russell Open? Oh, I was at that one, so we could actually talk about that match.
I'm still the chokeslam champion. I can get chokeslam by other people in other promotions. I'm still the champ.
I have no memory of that. That didn't happen.
That lot happened. Who was it?
Who was?
You know, it's funny. Somebody asked me yesterday about that. Somebody messaged me yesterday. They were like, has VBU been at Wrestle Open, and when are they coming? And I was like, they were there. I was sitting there, and then I started sending clips of my clips that I took front row. And the first one I sent was Dante was yelling at me because I was taking video when Bryce was taking his shirt off.
What's I doing?
You started like, Tiffany, don't take that.
I think because he was beating somebody up. I think it was because he was either beating Jack or I up.
He was beating Jack up. It was just so funny because I was looking at this. I was looking at this clip yesterday.
That's so sweet, Dante. Thank you.
Feeding into his ego. You can't have that happen.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. I appreciate you.
Bryce, get well soon.
Trayvon said, I must go back to sleep now. My chokeslam hand needs rest. Only a few more weeks until Dante feels my power. Congrats to the VBU boys on their championship, though.
Thanks, Trey. That's so sweet. What a sweet guy. He's able to put his rivalry with Dante aside.
There's no one on this entire planet that I hate more than Kylon King and Trayvon Jordan.
Angelo Carter's in the chat. What's up, Angelo? How are you?
Hey, Angela.
So, but yeah, so much. April's in the chat. She goes, new champs. Yes. So
When?
Actually, let's double that. Let's double down on that.
Yeah.
We ain't just new champs. We are the first ever champs. And Tiff, I don't want to get out of order. I know you have a lot of questions, but can we get into this?
I was gonna start off with this because I figure we need to celebrate because you guys are the first.
Thank you for bringing streamers, by the way.
I got you. Yes. So anybody that watched, and if you didn't watch it, it's now available on IWTV if you didn't watch it live, because there was so much going on that day with a lot of promotion. Shout out to Beyond, shout out to Prestige. There was a whole bunch of things going on. So if you didn't watch it, go watch it. I'm known, and we talked about this, me and the guys talked about it. I planted all those streamers. I had a bag of streamers. So I was like, okay. So every time like somebody came by me, I was like, here's a streamer. When they have their moment, I was like, we're throwing streamers. So
What if we?
Well, whoever was gonna win, we were throwing streamers.
So we're not special. So you would have given those streamers to anybody?
Do you see me actually throw a lot of streamers at a lot of places?
I don't know. I mean, you just said
the only other people that I pretty much throw streamers for is Miracle Generation.
All right, Dante. They're cool. They're cool. Dante, don't get mad at me. They're cool. I like them. You know what I will say? The one thing I will say, I'm very glad that Miracle Generation was not in that match, because every time Miracle Generation is in a title match nowadays, they just win. And what are they at now? 6 championships? So I was like, come on, guys. Leave some cake for the rest of us. Like,
I'm happy they weren't in that match for Kylon King's sake, because that guy's neck is frail. My ghouls would break it. Neck man ain't shit.
Next time we wrestle Miracle Gen, me and Flash are just gonna sit up on the top rope next to each other, and we're just gonna watch as you guys.
Kyle's be doing strong style strikes left and right and bridges.
Yeah, we're just gonna be sitting there and be like, this is good.
The singles match between Kylon King and Dante Drago is going to go absolutely crazy, but I will probably be extremely hurt afterwards.
Oh my God! Wait, can you wrestle Kylon singles match, and then Dustin and I will both be the special guest referee at the same time?
For the Chokeslam Championship.
Yes.
That's 2 crooked officials.
I'll ref. I'll ref, and Jack
Hey,
and Dustin will sit in my seat. How's that?
We'll do Dustin and I will be in the crowd. Literally, you guys are gonna walk out, and we're just gonna go, this is awesome. It's like nothing happened, but they're awesome. Okay, cool.
You can throw the streamers this time. I'll give you the bag.
I hope you know that if you guys wrestle each other for the Chokeslam Championship, you're gonna chokeslam each other, and we're gonna go one more time, and then you're gonna chokeslam, and we're literally just gonna keep chanting that. And you know wrestling, you have to give the fans what they want. You have to, or else we're not gonna show up.
It's one of those things where, like, I don't know if the whole match would be revolved around hitting the chokeslam. Like, we're just like very, very we're very skilled in our goozle. So I feel like it'd be very difficult to get a chokeslam, or it's going to be like beginning of the match chokeslam, middle of the match chokeslam, end of the match chokeslam.
Maybe it has to be like a timed match, right? Like, let's say whatever,
I think
15 minutes, and whoever does the most chokeslams wins. Listen, put the knife down. You're gonna get me banned. Dante's no longer allowed on indie wrestling. No.
My in timeout.
Like, Tiffany, why did you get banned? Well, this one time on Podcast Land, Dante got me banned, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about the knife thing in a little bit too.
No, I wish that the original match would have happened, but I couldn't be happier with how the end result came of.
Yeah.
Because we are the first ever, not just the new, we are the first ever NFW Tag Team Champions.
Cool, man. Such a cool way to cap it off, the storybook ending of, we were the first match on the pre-show, the first NFW show, and to go from a loss to Golden Era, which, I would love to get that win back on them, so Golden Era, I'll put it out to you guys. Apple TV Plus will be playing it, but we will. Yeah, dude, it's just so special. And I actually watched the match back with my mother, and she was like, "Oh my god, it's so." Yeah, she doesn't like watching me wrestle though, so I was like surprised that she sat through it all. And she was like, "That's so sweet. Like, why are they throwing streamers? I was like, they're happy for us." And they're like, "Oh, I should do it at every match." I'm like, "Well, money."
They're like $1 a streamer or $1 for 2 streamers.
Oh,
Buy
you watched this? You watched this match back?
Can't afford streamers.
The what?
Nothing.
What did you say? What did you say? All right, I'm gonna give some love in this chat. Well, my drunk friend's in the chat. What's up, Jimmy? He goes, drunk friend Jimmy stumbled in here. What's up, Jimmy? Anybody that doesn't know, I bring Jimmy with me to Create a Pro, and I introduce him as my drunk friend.
Did someone take Jimmy's car keys?
I drive when
dude,
I drive Jimmy when Jimmy, Jimmy comes to Create a Pro, so don't worry. I got it. He goes,
is he 21 and up?
What?
Is he 21 and up?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure all the Jack Pack members are safe.
Yes. No,
he's considerably older than us.
Stop it, Jimmy. He goes, I'll ref drunk and become the Chokeslam champion.
My ass.
All right, let's see. What else we got in here? John's yelling at me because main event is not special for streamers, he said. Let's see what else. All right, so Margaret's in the chat. What's up, Margaret? Said Kathy was so happy they won. Cody's in the chat. He goes, my champs. Zach's in the chat. He says, congratulations on those tag team titles.
Thank you.
So all the love for VBU. So actually, let's talk about this moment because it's something we have to talk about. You guys have been killing it. You guys are at FW when it comes to tag team wrestling, obviously. So talk us through the moment because, everything kind of got all screwy with the original plans for the match, but then we got Animal Planet and the new backseats. So much love to those guys also. So, tell us a little bit about your experience of like how that felt like winning and, give us play-by-play.
I'll go first, considering that I was in a considerable amount of pain when we won. But that was like I said on Instagram, it was a very, very genuine moment because, there's a lot of work that we got to do for NFW. We want these crowds to be hot. We want these crowds to be bigger, and we want everyone to be having the best time possible. And I felt like that show was a major step forward to off track on VBU. Like this past show was, I think, probably the best show NFW has put out in probably, I would say ever, honestly. I thought every match really delivered. And, it felt like the culmination of something really special and the start of something that's going to be even more special. So I'm thrilled to be representing NFW. I'm thrilled to be a champion, and I'm thrilled to be doing it with my best friend by my side.
I love you too, man. Yeah, I'll piggyback off what Dante said, and I could just reiterate what he would say, but I'll add to it by saying, and I kind of tweeted about this before the match happened, leading up to it. We were the first ever match in the history of NFW. It was us. And NFW started in 2021. At the end of 2021, we were voted by the fans, by the Jack Pack, to be the NFW Tag Team of the Year. Year 2, 2022, we were also voted the NFW Tag Team of the Year. So going into this match, it wasn't like, oh, we're collecting a lot of wins. That's really our momentum. It was the momentum of the Jack Pack. It was them supporting us and loving us and kind of being the fan-picked team. And this is what I said in the tweet. If we don't win, we're not just letting ourselves down. We're letting everybody down. We're failing everybody. And it's almost like the trust and the belief everyone put in us where it went to waste. It went to nothing. It was like, why, if I was a fan, why would I vote for these guys in 2023? They let me down. We built them up and built them up and built them up for years and years and years just to let us down. So losing was like not an option for VBU. It didn't matter. Like, I don't know if we could have shown our faces in that locker room again if we came out with the L there, because that was not an option for VBU. We had to win, not for us, but for the Jack Pack 4, and even for the haters a little bit. We couldn't give them that fuel. We couldn't let them know, and we had to prove our supporters right. We had to prove that we are in fact NFW.
Yeah. So I see little hearts and like little cute eyes from Cody in the chat. I think you just melted his heart. Zach screaming facts. John says VBU. Oh wait, I lost it because you guys typed. So VBU, to be honest, I was not expecting you guys to win, but big congratulations on the new champs.
Thank you.
What's up, Chad? He goes, I'm at the casino right now celebrating my 29th birthday. Well, happy birthday. So
Happy birthday, Chad.
go win some money. So
Happy birthday, Chad.
but
I,
no.
Can I add something to that?
Absolutely.
I want to double down. I want to triple down because Dante went first, then I went. Now I want to triple down. But me getting all mathematical, I'm starting to lose what my thought was. Oh my gosh, what was my thought for this? Oh, here was my thought. When NFW was, and I hope Cody's here for this inception to walk down this memory lane with me. When NFW first started, I got a random message from a random guy named Cody. No, it was not Rose. It was not Rhodes. It was the promoter, owner, and booker of One Northern Federation of Wrestling, Cody. And I was super like, who is this guy? What's the story? What's the tea? And at this time, Dante and I were not yet a formal tag team. We were just wrestling on Creative Pros YouTube show. We hadn't broken out into any other company. We hadn't even wrestled in front of fans yet. And I was ready to go for NFW as a singles competitor. And then one day Cody hit me up and said, hey, I saw you team with Dante, and I know Dante and I love Dante. We all love Dante. And he goes, do you guys want to break out and do your team here? And I was like, yeah, honestly, like, I'll do anything. It's Dante. I love Dante. And we didn't even have matching gear at this point. Dante was still wearing his what's that company? Chubbies? Was that the name of that company?
Bird dogs or like Chubbies kind of thing.
Yeah, he was wearing like frat boy shorts. He wasn't wearing his Dante Drago wrestling shorts. And then we just came out as a team there. And the reason I wanted to triple down and say this and why these NFW titles mean so much to us, more than just winning a tag team championship, more than just winning any kind of match, more than just getting any kind of buzz on the independent scene. It's that this was the first place to give us a platform, to give us an opportunity, to give us a chance, and to show belief in us outside of our home promotion. Because I think there is something to be said when you get trusted and the faith is put into you at your home promotion, because that's the place that is near and dear to your heart. But they also get to see you at all levels. They see you at your highs, they see you at your lows, and they know you the most personally. Other companies don't get that luxury of knowing you like that. So when they give you the ball, it really means that you've done something well with the short amount of bursts of moments they've had with you. And long story short, NFW was the first company to give VBU a chance. And thank you. Yeah, thank you. And I like to think we did not let you down, because we got the gold. And hopefully we continue to represent strong, collect a lot of wins, whoever that's against, whether it's against Miracle Gen, whether against the Golden Era, whether it's against Main Event, whether it's against Waves and Curls, whether it's against the Shook Crew, whether it's against the Even Stevens, whether it's against the Birds of the Sun, whether it's against the Acclaimed, whether it's against FTR, whether it's against the Bloodline. I'm just going
confirmed. Next NFW, first ever NFW title defense, VBU versus Enzo and Cass.
Wait,
whoa. It's already booked.
Wait, what? No?
Yeah.
Listen, by the way, you got Cody crying in the chat. He goes, I'm not crying, you're crying. I was doing so good. Love you guys.
Yes.
But
Because he's mad that it's Enzo and Cass.
Dante, you and I both know they will never wrestle us, because they are SAWFT.
So
Yes.
I'm going to continue to read to the chat. Everybody's entertained by Dante blowing bubbles here. Bobby's in the chat. What's up, Bobby? He goes, I'm here for the bubbles. Jason's looking at Dante blowing bubbles. Jimmy saying bubbles. Good cop, bad cop. He says, just drop it in. But bad cop says, Chase, you is the best. Wait, Chase who?
Wait, did I literally just...
Oh my god, we found the only person who watches NXT on a weekly basis.
Did I just sit there for the last two minutes and pour my heart out about NFW and VBU, and all anyone paid attention to was Dante blowing bubbles?
Cody paid attention.
I'm done.
Damn.
No one's going to hear the next 30 minutes. That's it. I'm going on social media. I'm going to go get followers.
All right. Let's see. John says, Dante, less bubbles, more practice on the choke slam so you can beat Kylon and Trey. Margaret says, so Jack got yelled at on Twitter by Max Caster and Matt Cardona for not having a tan. Is he going to get that tan?
Am I going to get that tan? Let me tell who asked that question?
Margaret.
Margaret, let me tell you something, Margaret. I have been getting yelled at by Matt Cardona for that since I was probably 18 years old. He has been yelling at me to get a tan, and I did get a tan for a long time. And for a while, for about a year, I was getting spray tanned every single show. But then I realized that's expensive. So here we are, and I just want to put in a good word out into the universe that to quote. Oh, I'm going to put two things out into the universe because I have two responses to this. I have two rebuttals to this. I won, along with my vlog bro Dante Drago, the NFW Tag Team Championship without a tan. I won the Social Media Championship without a tan, just putting that out there. And to quote the legendary fellow Irishman, Conor McGregor, the double champ does what the fuck he wants.
All right.
Two belts.
Wait, I'm getting...
Hang on. Dante's looking at me like that's not a real thing. That is a real thing.
Oh,
this
no,
is a real thing.
I just can't believe you pronounced the F word as PH.
No, FOOK. Ready?
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
They're getting me really banned off social media today. All right,
I've been popping off recently.
Let me get the other question from Good Cop, Bad Cop. He says, hashtag Good Cop says, Vlog bro is the best. Who is right?
Drago is the best.
Drago is the best. Drago.
All right, let's hit some other questions in here because we've been going on so many tangents and we only kind of did one of my questions. All right, let's talk a little bit about Creative Pro. All right, we got to talk about Creative Pro. All right, so lately, lots been going on. I've been coming to the shows lately. They've been really freaking solid. So, Battle Royal's been going on. You guys wrestled Bobby Orlando to try to come for the Co-TV, championship. Now we have Homecoming coming up. So talk to us a little bit about, what's been going on with you guys with Creative Pro.
I'll let you take this one. I'll see you.
No, please, Dante. I insist you go. I insist.
Oh, boy.
Did you not want to go? I'm looking for a Rocket Man gift of the biopic of Taron Egerton, Rocket Man, about Elton John. I told you guys, you bullied me to going on social media, and I came across Taron Egerton, so now I'm looking at gifts of that movie.
A lot to talk about.
So
I found one.
Is he looking for a specific gift, or is...
No, I told you. I'm literally looking for a... Hang on. I lost it. Damn it.
Sorry.
I was looking for a gif of Taron Egerton in Rocket Man because you guys, I told you that I'm just going to go on social media because I can't remember what was said. Someone told me to stop talking in this. Oh, because I poured my heart out for 2 minutes and all you paid attention to was Dante blowing bubbles. So I said I'm going to go on social media. I went on social media and Taron Egerton, he's got a new movie coming out and I was looking at him and then I thought of Rocket Man, which I love that movie and I love Elton John and here we are. But wrestling Bobby Orlando and, not winning the Cap TV title, being the co-champions. Let's talk about that. I'll talk about that because, why not? Because I'm ready to go off here. I'm going to go off here. Dante and I have been doing some pretty incredible things at Creative Pro. Pretty incredible things. I don't know if you know this. We are the two youngest graduates in the history of Creative Pro Wrestling, and together we are the youngest Creative Pro Tag Team Champions of all time. We were doing such incredible things. I gave double birds to Matt Cardona while I was with Dante Drago. Dante Drago hit Bobby Jr. with a paddle when he was with me, VBU, because that's just what we do. We're larger than life. Rest in peace, by the way, to larger than life. But what happened after that? What happened? Dante and I, we got a little bit too caught up in our fame and our success and all the glory and accolades that were coming our way that we took our eyes off the ball, which is the tag titles, the tag division, and we decided to go for the Co-Creative Pro Championship. That didn't work out. We decided to then go for the Co-Cap TV Championship, and that got so bad that we ended up hitting each other. May I say, Dante Drago hits harder than anyone else I've ever wrestled in the history of wrestling. I'm just going to put that out into the world right now. Dante Drago is a pretty strong dude. Very strong dude indeed. That's why he's able to chokeslam people that are double his size. That's why he is, in fact, the one and only true chokeslam champion. But the problem with this was we can't have two guys going for one singles title, because not only did we learn that it's not possible for two guys to hold one singles title, I feel like VBU might change that one day down the line, maybe at Creative Pro, maybe at another other company. I don't know. But while we were focusing too much on this singles title, we were losing sight of who VBU truly is. We were forgetting that it's not a phase, and it actually might have been becoming just a phase. So moving forward with Creative Pro, with VBU, with Dante Drago, with Jack Tomlinson, the Chokeslam champion, and the social media champion, what's going to happen? We're getting our eyes set back on the prize, which is in fact the Creative Pro Tag Team Championship. Will it be at the next show? Will it be in a year from now? We don't know, but we will be in fact coming back for the gold. We will become 2-time Creative Pro Tag Team Champions. And if I'm correct, which I know I am correct because I am never wrong, that is a verifiable fact. It is as verifiable as this social media championship right here. We will not only be a 2-time Creative Pro Tag Team Champion, but we will in fact be two-time youngest Creative Pro Tag Team Champions. That's right, the youngest ever Creative Pro Tag Team Champions, VBU. If we win again, we would be the second ever youngest Creative Pro Tag Team Champion. Can anyone else say they've ever done that?
Yeah.
No, but VBU could do that if we won the championship.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen? We don't know. Next show, the year from now, we don't know what's going to happen, but we do know that the next Creative Pro show is May 13th at Creative Pro
Yeah,
Homecoming,
take a breath.
where MJF is coming back. And I just want to add one more thing. MJF's coming back to Creative Pro. I love MJF. MJF is a great guy. He is the salt of the earth. He is the holder of the Triple B. He is the AEW World Champion. He is a Creative Pro graduate, and he's a great guy. Great guy. I can't emphasize that enough. He is better than you, and you know it. But I was under the impression, Dante was under the impression, the Jack Pack was under the impression, whether they like to admit it or not, all the haters were also under the impression that he, in fact, was retired from Creative Pro Wrestling after I beat him when I was only 18 years old. This is not me throwing shade at MJF. I love MJF. I've said it 100 times. I'll say it again right now. If MJF and I wrestled 10 times out of 10, I would lose 8 out of those 10 matches. 8 out of 10 times he's beaten me. I'm only getting 2 wins. Thankfully, the one time we did wrestle, I got one of those 2 wins. If we wrestled again, I probably would get that second win again because, you know, the Jack Pack is the hottest and strongest family on the internet and in professional wrestling. But I was under the impression that I retired him from Creative Pro Wrestling, and now he's coming back to Creative Pro Wrestling, and no one told me, no one asked me. Seems a little bit unfair if you ask me right now, but that's just what I'm saying. Is he going to wrestle? Is he not going to wrestle? We don't know, but you have to go and buy your tickets to Creative Pro Wrestling's homecoming to find out what MJF is going to do, to find out if he is
No,
in
you're
fact
done.
you
Done.
flipping
We
know
just-
it. I was able to rattle that all
Use
off.
the 4-minute mark of you rambling. Use it the 4-minute mark of you rambling after you said. So this whole thing started when you were like, "Take this one. I insist." Hey, you let him know how you feel about Cap. I go, okay, and you go, oh wait. Then you get sidetracked by a gift from Rocket Man. Then you lose a gift. Then you go into talking about Creative Pro. Then you go and talk about our past Creative Pro matches. Then you go and talk about our Creative Pro accolades. Then you start talking about MJF. Only to circle it back over to Prime, and you didn't take one breath once. 1, I'm impressed. 2, can we go back to the original question?
I am the fastest talker in the history of professional wrestling, and
Wow.
I'm your partner.
I believe that. I really do
just so
believe
everybody
that. I'm
knows,
the fastest talker.
I
just
have
go,
about
"All right,
like,
Jack, what are you saying?" He goes, "I got it." I go, "Okay."
just so everybody knows, I have about 17 fucking questions for these guys, and this is only the second question that I fucking got to.
All right, I'll make a deal. Can we do like a lightning round of questions
Yeah.
where we're only allowed to answer with one word?
No.
Let's just slowly get through, and then we'll move on.
Oh
Okay,
my
sorry.
God.
So, really quick, just for Creative Pro, VBU is really good. We think we're really good. This is to prove that we're really good. So, we want to do better in Creative Pro. We were focused on other things, and now we got focused on the Tag Team Championships. So, our plan, win those, and then prove that we're the best tag team in Creative Pro history. It's very, very simple.
Woo.
We are.
Wow. Okay. Everybody's dying in the chat, and then there's questions in the chat too. So,
Someone's dying in the chat.
all
How
right.
do you
Let
know?
me give a little.
Are they okay?
I
Tell
think
them to wake
I
up.
think they're okay.
Don't go
Even
too
Cody
far.
said no more Prime Energy drinks for Jack for a little while. Zach said
Yo,
he's
this is
going
hydration.
off.
This is energy.
Jeff says, "What's in that Prime?" Cody says, "Pure cocaine."
This Prime is caffeine free. Caffeine free. I am just straight up the fastest talker.
Okay, this has to be one of my favorite podcasts, and we haven't even got through everything.
Yeah, this Matt Damon movie rental is definitely going out.
Oh man! All right, well, if you guys want to be nice, you could buy a rental for Jack if he runs out. I feel like I'm gonna owe Jack the rental.
Jack at 10.
Jack, I will cover your rental costs if.
No,
if it goes-
I'm a big Matt Damon fan.
All right. Bob in chat says, if a wrestling ring was made out of a piece of food, what would it be, and what part of the ring would you take a bite out of first?
The ropes would be licorice. The mat would be a marshmallow. The words would be graham crackers. And the canvas would be melted chocolate.
Everything would be beer.
Oh my god.
Everything.
Oh,
I don't know how scientifically that would work, but sure.
No, everything's made of deer.
good cop, bad cop said
I go,
over under on midnight Eastern by the time Tiff has asked all her questions. Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, I can't. All right.
Under. I hope.
All right, let's move on. All right, let's talk about live pro wrestling because I took the ride up for this because I had to. Once you guys got announced, I was like, okay, I'm buying tickets. I'm going up. I was like, so I took the ride up to Rhode Island for this, and this is also on IWTV. Oh, same thing, Creative Pro. They put out the latest one also on. They're live on Twitch, Creative Pro, and then it goes on IWTV after. So it just got added today. Same thing with Live Pro Wrestling. It's another promotion. Definitely go check it out. Teddy Goods, that's his promotion. Really great stuff. So I'm glad like it's up there. But this was fun. I had so much. This was worth the drive up to Rhode Island. I was like, this was fun. You guys worked Teddy Goods and Little Mean Kathleen. Dante, this is why he keeps grabbing a knife because he grabbed a knife during the match. We planted the paddle, a secondary paddle in the match. I had that. And what else? And then you both got chokeslam, and you also learned that you can't win a chick. Yeah.
I'm so confused by that concept. I thought that plan would work.
I can't.
Someone was trying to explain. I couldn't get it. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I was like, the logic of wrestling.
I'm not sitting on this podcast explaining.
There's like 3 golden rules to like any wrestler like watching wrestling or anything. It's people always cheat when referee's back is turned. What else is there? It's always a commercial break after the heel takes control, and then it's when you go like this to a crotch region, they get hurt. Like that's just how it works. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Little Mean Kathleen's got to learn how to work.
Jack's just sitting there. No, you don't want to.
So mad about the chokeslam.
I was having a great time. I mean, we lost. That's sad, in hindsight. But that was my first match of this year, and it was a blast. Star Wars was playing in the background. See, I told you guys, I'm a big nerd. We talked about Star Wars at the start. We're talking about it now. Star Wars was playing on the TV. The fans were calling me Peter Parker because they know I'm the Tom Holland of professional wrestling. I was having a good time until LMK decided to chokeslam me, which was quite mean. But I guess we were in a fight. All's fair and love it more.
This was a fun show, and also so we could go back a little bit because Dante's wearing it. I have, and if you guys have seen me, I have the hoodie too, Flockborough University. Just for the background story of it, when I got to the show.
Where's yours, Jack?
I lost it.
Why you do that?
I lost it.
Just a little backstory for everybody or whatever like that. I was wearing Main Event hoodie, and I was at the bar with Dante, and Jack comes up to me and he was like, "Where's the VVU hoodie?" And I was like, "There is one." He's like, "No."
No, there is not one.
He's like, "There isn't one."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You can't yell at me, just like Miracle Generation. You can't yell at me if there is not in existence." So, also, just so everybody knows, so they gave me the logo. I created it. When I got the original one in the mail, it was a gray shirt with black lining, and it didn't pop. So I was pissed. They sent me a new one with white, and I bedazzled. I rhinestoned. Dante could verify because I was sending it to him. It took me 2 days, hours and hours and hours of me sitting there. Wherever their logo was, I put rhinestones. So I knew the minute I put it over my head, all the rhinestones were gonna fly off. So there's a picture of us wearing it because I was like, do it now before they all fly off, and I retired it. So
it's like me crafting a paddle, just meticulous effort.
Yes. All right, let me give love into this chat. Here's a good one. Bob wants to know when's the next Open appearance. Hey, listen, I'm going up to Wrestle Open this Thursday. There's room in the car. You can come with me.
I guess first off, shout out to the guys and gals down in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Up in. They're not.
No, dude, I know how the United States work. Okay, Missouri is up by Canada, Alaska's down by Texas, dude. Okay, I already got this. So up in Massachusetts, Wrestling Open is doing, in terms of the grand scheme of independent wrestling and the history of independent wrestling, is unheard of, revolutionary, and so unbelievably amazing that I hope that fans and wrestlers alike are taking notice and taking pride in being an independent wrestler, because it's weekly programming, it's exposure, it's stories, it's good wrestling, and it's a very, very amazing product to be part of. That being said, I can't give a date on when VBU will be back there. I think both of us would love nothing more than to go back to Wrestling Open. So until that opportunity arises, there's a lot of great teams down there that we need to, fight and party with, honestly. So hopefully sooner rather than later would be my answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you have it. Let's see. Louis in the chat says, shout out to Social Media Championship, Jack, aka the wrestler. Bob says, wait. Fancy Clancy looks like Tom Holland. What? More than you do? Damn. Foul. DM Stevens in the chat just wanted to say hi real quick. Was a pleasure reffing your match this past weekend, gentlemen.
Thank you, DM Stevens.
Thanks for giving us the win.
Hey, the money's in the Venmo.
No. There was no money. I use PayPal.
All right. Here we go. We're gonna go. We're gonna speed through some of these questions. Rad Pro Wrestling. All right. Shout out to Max Master. He wanted me to ask you about
Botanicals. Yeah, you can't do that over Skype. It's not possible.
I'm sorry. All right. Well, if I
should I go on a long tangent right now, but use it in a British accent instead?
Sure, go for it.
Please, no, Tiff.
All right, I won't do that.
No?
I apologize.
No, go
bad.
ahead, do it.
It's okay.
She's the host, Jack. Don't listen to me.
We're a team, and if you don't want me to do it, I wouldn't dare do it. I wouldn't dare disobey you.
I'm not doing my accent, so you can do yours.
It was like, I don't know if people know this, but when you're in a tag team, it's almost like getting married and taking your vows. In sickness and in health, better or worse, to love, honor, and obey. And if my tag team partner, Dante Drago, doesn't want me to do it, then I won't do it.
Yeah, this is Dante Drago. I have no relationship to Bobby Sapphire. If Tang was here, he would tell you, please, be you, Bobby. But
you're wearing Bobby Sapphire's hat right now, buddy.
Tang Gray's not. It's not Tang Gray's hat.
It's Bobby Sapphire's.
I'm so happy because I really wanted to come up for this. This was amazing. Please go support Red Pro. We had Max Master on a couple of weeks ago. We broke down everything, how it came about, the characters, everything like that. So I was waiting for the execution of it. A little far for my ride, so I couldn't make it in time. I'm so glad it's sold out. You can buy tickets now for the June show. So definitely, if you can. If you can't, it's on IWTV. I watched this. I was sitting here dying laughing. Okay, like this was like, never mind the fact that it's like I love the concept of what he came up with and the characters, but to actually see the execution of it and the wrestling and I'm biased as fuck. Probably a good chunk of everybody's been on this podcast, so I love all you guys. But it was entertaining as hell. Jack was telling me about the glass the other day.
That was quite scary.
So maybe you want to talk about that a little bit.
I hate 2000.
For those who don't know, Rad Pro Wrestling is set in 1994. It's a different type of show, a different type of wrestling. All your favorite independent wrestling stars from the Northeast come there to play a whole new set of characters. It's quite interesting. It's quite magnificent even. It's quite rad if I do say so myself. And we are mixologists. I'm a graduate of the Oxford University, and he's a graduate of community college. And I came out with my mixed drink, and I was ready to drink it. And during my entrance, we got attacked from behind by DevCorp 2000. And as I'm getting beat up, I realized that I'm using a glass that's not mine, so I can't break it. So I'm like, don't break my glass. And he goes, oh, my bad. And he takes the glass out of my hand, puts it down on the floor, and then continues beating me up. It was quite nice of him to do that. That was not good. That was the worst
ran
one
away.
I've done.
I ran away.
You did run away.
Hank ran away.
I love it. Let's see. Wait, I see stuff in the chat for you. Jeff said, got to meet Dante. He was super nice. Yeah, you said the... I get cameos. I love that fans and friends of mine will go up to like wrestlers that I'm huge fans of and send me cameos when I'm not at shows. So I appreciate the hell out of you guys so much. It means so much to me. So I was dying. So he said, I never seen them and couldn't believe that they beat DevCorp. So
I could believe it because we did.
damn.
They were a lot in person, but we did beat them.
They were what?
They were big.
No, they weren't. We were.
They're tiny.
They
were small.
There was a double choke slam in that too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Louis in chat says, is there any matches coming up in Texas? I'd like to see this awesome tag team in person.
I have a funny story about wrestling in Texas.
Oh yeah.
It is the weirdest thing in the world. So Dante and I both want to do it. We've been talking recently about going down south to wrestle. We really, really want to do it, especially in Nashville. So if anyone has any recommendations of promotions in Nashville, let us know. But I got DM'd about a year ago from a company in Texas and a promotion, and they're like, "Hey Jack, we've been following your stuff for a while. We love your work and we would love to have you down." And I said, "This sounds fantastic. I would love to come down. What are your show dates? And also, if you're in need of tag teams, I have a tag team partner who's equally, actually, let's be honest with myself here, he's a lot better than I am, so you'd rather have him anyway." And I said, "Tag team coming, but either way, I'd love to come down there." And they read it within 30 seconds and then never responded. And the part that makes no sense to me whatsoever is, why did you message me if you didn't want me? And then I thought about, maybe it was that I like said I wanted to bring a tag team, but like they very easily could have just been like, "Okay, we'll take Dante and we'll take you." Like, you offered. Like why? Like why? Why'd you message me and not invite me? And then not, I don't know. I don't understand how the world works sometimes. It's quite weird.
Well, I think, just definitely, I'm always big on this. Tweet out your favorite promotions and tag them and tell them that you want to see Jack and Dante. So that would be a way to kind of get them over so that they can get booked at other places that you want to see them at. So I'm constantly tweeting.
So I don't know how many people are really like watching this live, but if you're watching this in the future, first of all, hi, what are the lottery numbers? Send with me and Tiff. Also, I don't think fans realize how much power they have in independent wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestlers drive 6 hours plus to go and see a show and to set up a ring. It's free labor. It's part of the business. And we're happy to do it, but it's in order to get noticed by a promoter. But if you want to see a wrestler, make it known, because that is a way for a promoter to go, "Oh, so these guys do have some buzz. Oh, so these guys are like forming connection with the audience." Like, expressing your opinions is the most beneficial thing you could do in independent wrestling.
Yeah.
Very true.
I mean, granted, some opinions keep to yourself. Your opinion on syringes during wrestling matches, but for booking your favorite talent, yes, tweet that out, post about it, do everything you can to make it known, because people will make a living off of your tweet.
Yeah.
If you think of it like that.
This is why I post clips all the time. Me and Leo Sparrow were talking about it the other day, and he was saying how, like, even me posting all the clips that I do, it like helps you guys out. And that's how I find wrestlers. Like, I'm constantly looking for new talent, always looking. I find things all the time. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I seen somebody like Trayvon shared recently, and Trayvon was like, "You're gonna love him, Tiff." And then we started having a conversation and everything like that. So if you have photos or videos, put them out there, and tag promotions, tag wrestlers, do all that stuff. So definitely do that. So maybe they'll come down to Texas. So let's see. Robert says in the chat, who has the hardest slap to the chest in your career?
I like to say that I have a pretty high tolerance for chops. think someone during a match during Restival gave me a really, really stiff one.
Probably TJ Crawford.
I want to get into a shoot fight with TJ
Oh, what
Crawford. He's so much fun to wrestle.
What about that match they had in a 6-man where you left and your chest was literally like bleeding?
6-man?
Shook Crew or something.
I don't think I took any chops in that match.
I guess
I think it was some sort of big guy that I wrestled. It's kind of my specialty. I will say this: the most painful moment I've had in a wrestling ring is by a man name of Rob Cook. Shout out to Excite Wrestling. Shout out Rob Cook. And he hit me with a door that was already broken.
Who throws a door?
Who throws a door?
Who throws a door?
And it hurt so bad. It was like one of those things where like you get out of the mindset of, oh, I have to beat this guy up, to, oh my God, I have to get the hell away from this guy. Like, it sucked. It was the worst thing ever. But that was actually my second ever tag team title reign. So that was a fun time.
The most painful thing I ever had in a ring, and loyal Jack Mac members probably think I'm about to say, the chair shot that I took from BRG in my social media championship victory match. No, that actually wasn't it. That's the second most painful thing I ever had. The most painful thing that ever happened to me was when I invited a specific someone who I may or may not have liked very much to a show, was told they would come, and then I looked out into the crowd and they were not there, and my heart was broken.
No. No, it's sad.
Dude, wait.
No.
I don't know why I just said that. It's true. I'm not lying, but I don't know why I just admitted that.
No.
I did do this. This is for my Jack Pack members listening to this. This is a very true thing. I've been stood up many times, actually, if I'm being honest. I got stood up like a month ago, but I got stood up once and I found out in the wrestling ring, and that was pretty sad.
Oh no, I feel sad. But my streamer's made up for everything. So.
This was a different show. It wasn't the same show.
I'm just saying, like, my streamer's made up for it. Oh, I feel bad now.
It's okay.
No.
Life is.
Okay, here,
Oh,
we're gonna
God.
go with this because we're gonna go to a happy note here. Okay, so a lot of people
Yeah.
on this podcast, whatever, we talk about like sweet treats or certain things or whatever like that, and the fans bring wrestler stuff. So what is like this, the snack, the treat, whatever, I don't know, wine, beer, whatever it is, what's your fancy?
Mangoes.
It's, I don't want to say beer or like anything like that, as much as I love to party and hang out. When like fans are around and when other wrestlers are around, I like to generally keep up a level of professionalism. So I don't really like drinking while I'm at a show. My weakness is ice cream. If there's ice cream at a show and you're like, hey, I got your ice cream, like I would probably like cry. But
It's not what I thought you would say.
what was that?
That's not what I thought you would say.
I mean, I just love ice cream so much.
I thought you were gonna say pierogies.
Or my cookies, because he eats them while like he's freaking wrestling.
Yeah, if you give me one of Tiff's cookies. I stole a guy's French fry. Honestly, I realized that's a thing I do often now. I've done it to you. I did it to a guy at Creator Pro. I was like leaving after the match. I was like, "Are you gonna eat those?" He's like, "No." I just took a fried, and he goes, "Wait, dip it in ketchup." I was like, "Okay." So yeah, I guess any generic food you don't generally want, give it to me. I'm the human trash can.
Okay, all right.
I'm can.
Okay, I'm giving love into my chat. And I'm like forgetting about all my questions. Louis says, "Hey Dante, since Jack has subscribers stomp, what is your signature move?"
Ooh. I'm not sure if anyone's seen it. My finishing maneuver is a fireman's carry flapjack, where I throw their head behind me and I fall with them. Their face is
Rat Jack.
Frat Jack. It's actually called the Red Light Night. The meeting is kind of secret to me alone, but that is the name of the move. So, but no one's ever kicked out of it.
Okay.
Protected.
All right. All right, let me get to some of my questions because I'm entertaining everything.
Actually,
All right.
let's keep that up. Chokeslam. Or knife.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say chokeslam was your signature move.
The thing is, I don't want to call chokeslam my signature move because it's. I only bring it out when like I need it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to just like we needed it this weekend because I took a lot of damage. It was the titles. I needed to bring it out.
Actual factual.
That's the thing. I would consider Red Light. I have a Dante Drago move. The chokeslam is everyone's move. It's a chokeslam for everybody.
Mm.
He does it for the people.
Yeah, do the people's chokeslam. Well, the people's paddle actually. That's my signature move. I spank people.
I'm dead. All right, let's talk about this, and then I'm going to do some of the fan tweets because I have a shitload of fan tweets here. All right, so I want to talk about a little bit about the gear because I've been trying to give some love to the gear makers out there also on the podcast, and you guys, have brand new gear now. So obviously, you guys have seen it. Okay, now we're getting serenade now. So who created the gear? Give them some love. The inspiration behind it, all that stuff.
Absolutely. So our gear, honestly, it's all my gear. Mine, ever since I was 18. My original OG red tights have been made by No Gimmick Gear, which is done by Lori, and Lori is the absolute best. She is amazing. She is literally blown up. Her first ever client was just Max Caster, and her first 5 clients were all Creative Pro students, and we were just wrestling on her shows. And now she's making gear for WWE superstars, NXT superstars, Impact, Ring of Honor, AEW. Like, she is all over the place. She is absolutely killing it. So Lori, if you see this, if we don't tell you enough, we love you. We are so thankful for you. And the design of these tights, I've got a pretty solid format about what my tights will always look like in terms of, like, if you notice the navy blue BBU tights, the yellow tights, and the TikTok tights are all the same design, but the color scheme and the idea for TikTok tights, that was all Dante. That was Dante's idea.
I think just the color scheme is my idea, because you still have I think Jack might have designed my first pair. I think you did. I think you designed my first ever gear.
I design all my gear. I just Lori makes it because I can't do that. I just design it.
But no, Lori has been my gear maker since I first started getting official gear. I did wear sports shorts, I guess you can call them. They're also bathing suits. So I didn't have that sense of professionalism about wrestling yet. And once I kind of understood okay, this is something that I really want to tackle and really want to make the most of. Jack told me about No Gimmick. I reached out to Lori. She made an amazing pair of gear, and she's been my gear maker ever since. And I literally tell her, I'm like, hey, I don't know if it's gonna look good, but I like this color and this idea, so do what you will. And she just works her magic, and I value her opinion more than anybody else about how I would appear. Because even though she doesn't watch what I do, she knows the mood that I'm going for, and she understands it enough. So shout out to her. She is absolutely amazing.
Awesome. Because I always know people are looking for a gear maker, so that's why I've been trying to incorporate that. So, all right, let's do some of these fan tweets here because I have a shitload for you. Okay, fan tweet. This one's from Joe. He goes, "Do you want a rematch against TKO?"
Yeah.
Sorry. I have an answer, but I don't want to be mean because I've come to I respect TKO's content creation. I respect his grind. I respect his love and passion for Spider-Man, but all I'm saying, no, I'm not going to say it. Not going to say it. Not
Okay.
gonna say it.
Then we're gonna.
You know what? I'll say it. I will say it because you know what? Storytelling. All I'm saying is, yeah, he got the win in the books, in the record books. But if you go back and watch the match, I clearly had the match won. I clearly was done. I let my arrogance get the best of me. Again, nobody can stop anyone in VBU except VBU. I beat myself in that match. And yeah, he got the win. Congratulations, man. You got your first ever win in the history of Invictus Pro Wrestling. All that's ever going to be is the answer to a trivia question. Who did Jack Tomlinson lose to in his Invictus Pro Wrestling debut? TKO. TKO. That's it. It took him a year to get a win at Invictus Pro Wrestling. I got a win at Invictus Pro Wrestling in my second ever match. I am 1-1 in Invictus Pro Wrestling, but I am on a one-match win streak, which is the biggest win streak in the history of Invictus Pro Wrestling, which is why I am an entrant. I don't know if you guys know this. I am an entrant now in the Climb for Clout ladder match, and if anyone is going to climb and grab the clout, it is me, because I am, in fact, the social media champion of all of professional wrestling. Invictus Pro Wrestling has their own SMC, but it's just the Invictus SMC title. This is the SMC title of all of professional wrestling. It is the only SMC title that is verified by professional wrestling. And I know I've had some haters go there and say, Jack, but you're not verified on Instagram. You're not verified on TikTok. How can you say you're the verified social media champion? I'm not saying I'm verified. I'm saying this championship is verified. And if you can't see it on the other plaque, it is my logo, because I am, in fact, the verified social media champion of professional wrestling. So yeah, TKO, you got to win. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. I love you, brother. Nothing but respect for you. Nothing but respect. But are you in the Climb for Clout ladder match? No. Are you going to win the Climb for Clout ladder match? No. Am I going to win the Climb for Clout ladder match? Absolutely, because I am climbing to the very top. I am grabbing that clout. I am coming back down with that clout. I am cashing it in, and I am going to unify the social media championships of both the one that matters and the Invictus Pro Wrestling one, and I will become the undisputed social media champion, not only of Invictus Pro Wrestling, but of all of professional wrestling. I will dominate the social media division, because for me, at Invictus Pro Wrestling, this isn't just a phase. Tell them why, Dante.
Botanicals.
Because I'm straight savage. And because I drink Prime.
How are you not going to say that?
What?
You were like, I'm not going to say it. I don't want to say it. All right, I'll say it. And then you just, like, cut a promo for, like, 2 minutes.
I am the fastest talker in the history of professional wrestling. I'm just going to keep saying that. I think it's true.
I would love to see you, like, run an auction. Like, if you own what now? It'd be insane. Honestly, yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'm dead. All right, let's.
You got to start a whatnot.
All right, let's
I hope
move
I'm
on.
screen recording these things and posting them, because, man, I'm rattling off right now.
I will. I
Put
got
me in
you.
the Mount Rushmore
Don't
of
I got
rattling.
you guys always? All right,
The
fans.
rattlesnake.
Everybody.
Tomlinson.
All right,
What?
fan tweet from Anthony. What is your favorite beer?
Wait, what is Dante laughing at?
The rattlesnake, Jack Tomlinson.
Because I rattle them off? Oof.
Oh my god.
Tomlinson 316 says, I just rattled your ass.
Oh my god. All right, backtrack. All right. I can't with you two.
Is that question my favorite beer?
I guess so. Yeah. They broke themselves. Like Jack's laugh always gets me. Always.
My favorite beer is a Jack Wise.
Oh my god. He's officially broken.
Oh my god! That was the greatest thing you've ever said.
They're done.
Dude, every promo I ever cut from now on, I'm gonna edit that clip at the end of it. It's gonna be me like cutting it. This is just a phase of straight savage, and it's just gonna cut to Dante and Tomlinson. Say it again.
I can't. It was a one-time thing. We gotta clip it.
All right, I got you.
I can't. We have so many questions.
I still got questions.
My favorite beer is a Peroni. It's an Italian beer, quite like a Stella, but it's a good beer. I also like sour beers. Yeah, those are good.
Jack likes Prime.
Yeah, I was gonna say Prime.
All right, there's an anonymous question here for Jack. They said, when is your OnlyFans coming out? Listen.
Listen, I'm not gonna tell anybody what they can or cannot do with their life. I support everyone's choices and decisions, and you want to grab that bag. But there is a higher power that does not want me to grab that bag, and for that reason, I will not be grabbing that bag ever.
That's a weird question, Tiff. Who asked that question?
Really? Well, anyway, just so you know, Dante asked that question.
Yeah, you need Jesus, buddy. You need some Jesus.
I'm sorry. Okay, enough with this shit. I can't. My face fucking hurts. I can't. All right, I got questions from VPW. Okay, all right. So the first one's for Jack. Said, fight for the VPW championship has been a struggle, and now you're back to square one. Talk to us about that.
We shooting?
Now I'm back to square one.
We shooting?
You're right, I am back to square one. Down at the bottom of the VPW totem pole. After 2 years. After 2 years of carrying VPW in the hardest time in the history of not only Victory Pro Wrestling, but the hardest time in the history of professional wrestling. Coming out of the pandemic was unprecedented. It was impossible to know what is the right thing to do, who is the right person to put in place for it. And anyone you gave that ball to, they didn't always run with it, but I got that ball. I didn't just run with it to the touchdown. I ran through the end zone all the way. Heck, I could have ran every single football field in the NFL and in the Division I leagues, whether it's in the bigs with Ohio or at the little ones at LIU. Yeah, that's my alma mater. I could have ran through every single one of those fields with that VPW ball, and I ran it into every single main event, and I won time and time and time and time again. I overcame the Woods of Owen. That was 3-on-1. I overcame Johnny Collins and Steven Stevens. That's 3-on-1. I overcame Mike Anthony and the Rat Bastards. That's 3-on-1. You can't stop me because I will not stop. Not as long as I have my jack pack. But then something set in. See, here's the kicker. Here's the true story to all this for my jack pack fans who are asking this question. Here's the kicker. I was never supposed to overcome all those odds. The reason the odds were always stacked against me, 3-on-1, 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 is because VPW management never wanted me to get to the top of the mountain. And I did it once. Oh no. I did it twice. Wait. I did it 3 times. Now you gotta stop me. So what happens? VPW management goes to their best friend, Eric James. Make no mistake about it, that's the only reason Eric was in the match, because he's friends with the GM. I didn't get pinned. Mike got pinned. First in line for that title should have been me, but now it's VSK. What? VSK hasn't wrestled in a Victory Pro Wrestling ring in almost a year, and he's getting a title shot, not me? Are you serious? Psh. And now I got to take on Leo Sparrow, someone who has never even seen a Victory Pro Wrestling ring? Are you serious? Psh. So, being at the bottom of this totem pole is not new to me. Something I know how to climb very, very, very well. But I've done it once. I'll do it again. But if they're going to change the game, then maybe I'll change too.
Damn. I think Dark Jack might come back out to play.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I like Dark Jack. But, well, speaking of VPW, so we have a question for Dante too. He said, where do you see yourself in Delta House in VPW?
At a party. Oh, but like in terms of like a wrestling sense?
Yeah.
Delta House is the best thing going. Me, Nick Robles, Jay Macias, we created something special. Something that people can get invested in, something that people will want to be part of, something that people just are attracted to. We have an arrogance to us, we have confidence to us, so I see Delta House running VPW. You know, Jack said for some reason VPW has this thing with trios or groups, and I think Delta House is one of the best groups going. We're consistently entertaining, we're putting on some of the top matches, and we're having fun. And that's what the infectious part is. And everyone wants to be a part of Delta House. Oh yeah, we have a cool hand signal. See that? Illuminati.
No, it's Delta House.
Oh yeah, Delta House. But Delta House was really cool, and I will take this moment and say that Nick Robles, Jay Macias are 2 extremely talented young wrestlers, and they're gonna, really take this opportunity and run with it. I'm very excited for what both of them have in store for them, and I think that they're gonna do really, really great things, and that's why they're a part of the faction. So Delta House. I'm getting singles gold. Those kids are getting tag gold at some point. So that's the guarantee. That's the promise.
So now we saw today too that there's the stipulation for your match coming up on April 15th. Pretty much Delta House can't be there. So, and Foxy can't be there as well. Any thoughts about that?
It's this is personal between Cade and I. I'll say that. I've known Cade for a really long time, and there was a point where I would say he was like one of my biggest mentors.
He's your boy.
Sense he is my boy. Honestly, he was. I see him for the person he is now. He's attacked my boys. I try to let it slide. He got involved in my winning streak. I try to let it slide, but it seems like he keeps coming back for more. So I don't know if he's just pissed off and bitter or if he just can't get enough of me. So April 15th, it's over. One match, one show, anniversary of EPW. And Cade Lothbrook is going to find out that the party's just getting started.
There you have
Cool.
it. So,
Mic drop.
yep, mic drop. All right, let's move on. More fan questions. We have one here from Everything Pro Wrestling. What superhero would you pick to be for 24 hours?
Spider-Man. Maybe Captain America.
Okay, this is tough because I saw this question and I tried putting thought into it, but then I stopped. So I have like two answers, maybe three.
Maybe 4.
There's so many superheroes. I think that if I had to pick anyone, Iron Man's probably the coolest. That's just so sick.
Captain America beat him up.
Well, my next one would be, for some reason I was on the Human Torch, so it'd be cool to be on fire. And then just Superman, because Superman's just
The Superman.
yeah. Like, do you know how many people I could beat in wrestling if I was Superman?
Dante could beat a lot of people in wrestling. I don't know if people know this. Dante is an all-county amateur mat wrestler. Like, he's a legit stud on the mat. Just want to put that out there.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I've murdered 2 men in my life.
Who's your Batman? We're going to ignore that part because that's not true. Who's your
8
Batman?
men's in a hospital.
Tiff, I want to ask you this question too. Who's your Batman? Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Robert Pattinson, Christian Bale. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. There's a lot of them. Did I miss anyone?
I'm Michael Keaton, girl.
Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck.
Am I
forgot
fired?
Ben Affleck.
Am I fired now?
I like Will Arnett's Lego Spider-Man or
Good
Batman.
one. That's a good one.
Thanks.
All right, let's move on. All right, let's see. This one is for Jack. This one's from Dominic. He goes, "How many people have asked you that you look like Spider-Man?"
Like a number? Like you want like
I
an
guess
actual
he
number?
wanted a number. I was on the phone with him earlier. He's like, "Ask Jack this." I'm like, "Okay."
Whatever you think it is, double it by like 3,000.
Such a
It's that
cop
many
out
times.
answer.
It's that
Such a
times.
cop out answer.
It's
All
it's a beautiful compliment. Tom Holland is a heartthrob. He is a $1 billion box office movie star. He's one of the best looking guys in the world. He's an incredible actor. I mean, he is overall a talent. He can sing, he can dance, he can act, he can do it all. He's the trifecta. And for people to tell me I look like him, oh my gosh, stop. Oh my gosh, compliment me anymore. Could you? You couldn't.
And I look like Wheeler Yuta.
Oh yeah, so you saw that post on my thing?
People.
Did you see that? Somebody was like, "Is that you?"
Yep.
2 weeks.
Wheeler Yuta
Listen.
is my new tag partner. Yep.
I'm here for. Listen,
BB Yuta.
no. Well,
BB Yuta.
Dante's been breaking out the bridge. I mean, Yuta is the bar for me. Like, he's got the perfect bridge.
We don't just set the bar. We are the bar.
Jesus Christ. So, all right. So we have more fan questions. This one's from Mike. He gave a couple. Okay. He said, "How did you get into wrestling and what was the moment you knew you wanted to do it for a living?"
You ever see Hugh Jackman punch Dolph Ziggler in the face? That moment.
Oh, hi, Kylon King. He goes, "Who called my name?"
Oh, we got another taker.
Undertaker's in the chat?
No, he did the Trayvon where he set back up when someone was talking about choke slams.
But no one talks about chokeslams.
We've been talking about them recently.
Yo, he's like 5 minutes late.
He has a delayed reaction.
Hi, Kylon. How are you? So, yeah, I'm ready for another round with you with these guys. Let's go. There's some gold on them. Some pretty gold.
Come and get them.
Some pretty gold.
When you ready, come and get it.
And I have the other gold in my possession. By the way, VPW guy asked if Dante can wrestle with this there if I just put tape over the NFW logo.
No, I have to represent NFW. Unacceptable.
I was like, no, we're not doing that.
I will never deface that champion. Oh God, that's disgusting. I'm gonna tell radio.
Dead.
Silent?
Kyla said he's excellent, by the way. So, all right. What was the next question with Mike? Oh, what moment in the ring and in your life in general made the biggest impression on you?
I'll take that one then. In the moment or in life? Wow. Honestly, you know what? I'm gonna say a very rare cat moment, but I think also a top 5 all-time cat moment for me. Mm-hmm. In my debut match, I wrestled in the King of Cat Battle Royal in 2018. It was, I believe, the show Jerry the King Lawler was on, and it was my first time in front of a live audience. I didn't tell my parents about this. I didn't tell any family about this. I told a select few friends, said, guys, I'm wrestling today. Like, come see me. And I got these $30 pair of stupid trunks from E-Lucha or whatever. I looked stupid. I had a cut-up John Lennon shirt as, like, my ring attire. Bad stuff. And the winner of that match was Wally Allen, who was the resident janitor of a faction called the Faculty, and in reality was just a guy who loved wrestling, who came to practice, worked his butt off, and helped out big time at shows. And my debut match was somebody getting their flowers and being appreciated for what they did and really not getting any real thanks. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jack, but I think Wally's poster is hanging up at Cat.
Yes.
As the original King of Cat.
Yes.
Because he still comes to shows and he still helps out and he's still just an awesome, awesome guy. And like that stuck with me. And seeing him get that moment and everyone being so happy for him, I was like, yeah, the stuff out there is great. But like the collective experience of watching somebody succeed like that and everyone be happy for him, like that was like eye-opening to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw Jerry the King Lawler's butt. It's like split seconds, like 1, 2.
Yeah, there is no creative pro without Wally Allen. Wally Allen, I will go as far to say, is the most important student to ever come out of creative pro wrestling.
Give Wally flowers. We love him.
Okay.
You see Wally Allen, you shake his hand. He's a good person.
I love that. John Chat also says, would VBU fight the Bloodline or join the Bloodline?
Dante Drago was actually security for the Bloodline.
We the ones.
Yeah, Dante's actually already in the Bloodline.
We the ones.
Almost
Zayn and Owens are going down.
It's a year ago this Friday, actually.
Is it actually?
Oh, wow.
It might have been a year ago last week, actually, now that I think about it. But, yeah, it's been a year. Dante's already in the Bloodline.
I don't think so. I haven't got any snap memories about it yet.
No, it has. Because remember, it happened in the week before Mania. 2 weeks before Mania.
Actually, you know, it was like February, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing fast. But yeah.
Yeah, so he's already in the Bloodline.
Ready.
I'm just taking the road.
I am a huge Cody Mark, though. Fuck, I love that guy.
Jenny?
Well, him too, but the guy with the neck tattoo. Cody ain't got it. Cody, get a neck tattoo.
Matt Cardona?
No.
He got a neck tattoo. At least it looks like.
No, he's telling NFW Cody to get a neck tattoo. John says, would VVU ever fight main event and Pedro if they were offered to open? Well, I watch you guys wrestle main event. Like, I'm here for it.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Jack, let's wrestle main event.
Let's wrestle main event in the main event.
Yes, I'm here for
Yeah.
it.
Banger central.
There's so many great tag teams. There's so many great tag teams. So let me actually, since, we're talking tag teams or whatever like that, NFW was very heavily tag team central this past show. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. CMD and CXR wrestled for #1 contendership to wrestle you guys. CMD came up on top. They're newbies over at NFW. They've been only a team for a year. So they're amazing. Boom Harden and Deshaun Pratt.
Nice.
So, anybody caught your eye like at NFW? Maybe we could talk about this #1 contendership a little bit.
I'll start this one off and I'll leave it to Jack. I just want to just mention really quick that throughout most of our run before we had the titles, I believe we're on a win streak. I don't know how big the number is, but I do think that VBU is on a win streak.
Yeah.
Find out.
Yeah, check it out.
All right.
But in the meantime, while he's researching that, my amazing, talented, genius tag partner, Jack Tomlinson, VBU consistently called out any tag team, including in name the Paul brothers, but any tag team on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
So we are aware of CMD. We played as close attention as we could have to CMD versus CXR. And good on them. I believe that they had a hard-fought victory. I know CXR personally. I'm great friends with Chael and TJ. And I know that they're fighters. And if you beat guys like them, then they must be fighters too. So we're just looking forward to a hard-fought match, a great match. But ultimately, I'm not ready to say goodbye to these babies yet. So they're not going to be touching them anytime soon.
He's counting. John also says, would you guys team up with sad boy Mike Skyros? No,
We're not.
He's sad.
We can't steal Black and Yellow's boy like that. Granted,
Yeah.
they do a great job of making Mike sad. I believe I do a pretty good job of making Mike sad as well. I have made Mike sad on numerous occasions. Most of them unintentionally, but some of them intentionally. Yeah, Mike's a great guy. We love Mike Skyros. We love Black and Yellow, but they're also big meanies at Excite Wrestling. So I can't be friends with them because I'll get yelled at.
Black and Yellow is another one that you guys have to wrestle. I must see.
I would love those guys. Such dudes, good workers.
So if my list is correct, we have not lost a match since 2021 at NFW ring. We are undefeated in 2022 and in 2023. So far, we are on a team on a 5-match win streak. But I'm going to count the BRG match as a VBU win because we are a team and we do things together because we are equals. We are on a 6-match win streak, and there have only been 6 shows in 2022 and 2023. So.
Was our last loss to Animal Planet?
Yes.
Oh, well, good on us then.
Because we beat them.
Huh.
Yup.
Yep. To prove it.
We're undefeated. I want to put that out there. We are undefeated in over 2 years. There's only one other wrestler on the planet who has that accolade. I'm not going to say who he is, but there is only one other wrestler on the planet who has that accolade.
Santino Morella.
Why'd you do that, man?
I could have done Ichiban.
#1.
That's true, but
#1. All right. Wait. The other last question from Mike. He says, what are your top 5 matches, yours or from others?
which
What?
one? BBU matches or individual matches?
Let's do one VBU, one individual, and one favorite match. Like ever.
That sounds good.
Okay?
All right. Kick us off, buddy.
So...
Oh, we can't repeat matches.
Okay, I'm going to start us off
This with us.
VBU match. I think I have to go with Tyrus and Alex Riley from the Major Pod toy drive.
Nice.
Alex Riley's debut match at Creator Pro, now known as Kevin Kiley Jr., and being put in a spot like that with someone who was the NWA champion. Like that was also very. We wrestled the NWA heavyweight champion, which is crazy to say, but just a very special match because it felt like it was just a special air about the room. Like everyone was there to go celebrate Kevin Kiley in his debut, and I feel like there are people who like kind of like, why is VBU in that position? They're kind of like, oh, what are they gonna do? And we went out there, and for 10 minutes, we just entertained the fans. And all eyes were on us. Everyone was watching what's going on. There wasn't another murmur, and people were reacting to stuff. And as performers and as entertainers and people who want to make a living from doing this, that's what you strive for. And I feel like we created something very special that night. And I can't thank Kevin Kiley Jr. and Tyrus enough for being in there with us.
True.
Mike Skyros is in the chat. He said he's not sad.
Oh, that's great, Mike.
I think he's a little sad.
Mike, can you give me a shot at the Excite Heavyweight Championship? I know you have more pull than the actual promoter.
Go ahead, Jack. Why'd you pick?
Oh, me.
My favorite VBU match. I mean, I'm a little currently biased because we just won these, but I think so. I won't say that one, but I think my favorite VBU match, although I'm sad that we lost, was our match against Smart Mark and Swaggle at Cap the Grand Stage, because that is the biggest crowd VBU's ever performed in front of, and I will never forget standing behind the curtain and hearing the crowd chant. And we've only gotten this specific chant once, and it was that night, and I hope to hear it again at Cap Homecoming. But we kept hearing "Vlog bro, vlog bro, vlog bro," and I literally I loved that, and yeah, that definitely that match.
So unhinged, that match.
I'm biased. I love the Summer Haze with you guys with Miracle Generation and Waves and Curls.
That's up there too.
That's
That
one of my
has to be up
favorites. It's definitely because I asked for it. Two, it was entertaining as fuck, and three, it was for my birthday and everything. So, but it was a combination of laughing, like having fun, seeing personality, and overall seeing some of the best tag teams.
That match was nominated for a Vloggy Award on my YouTube channel for VBU Match of the Year, and it was also nominated. And Inside Baseball, took second place for Match of the Year at NFW last year. It was second behind me and BRG.
Yeah, really, really good. So
because I had the 2023 Match of the Year at NFW. I was also the 2022. My bad. I was also the 2022 Wrestler of the Year. I may or may not have also had the 2022 Moment of the Year. All I'm saying, I hope, is Cody still in this chat? Because I want to put this out there. I love Cody. I'm so grateful for everything he's done for me. But where are these plaques? Where are these plaques to show to my family and show to my friends that I actually was, in fact, the 2022 Moment of the Year winner, the 2022 Match of the Year, the 2022 Wrestler of the Year? Like, I don't know if I'm ever going to get another Match of the Year award. I want a physical entity.
I have a bone to pick too. He didn't take a Triple H picture with us after we won the titles.
Oh damn!
Yeah, he didn't point at us. So technically,
the whole point of getting these is for a Triple H picture. He didn't do it.
Well, you were a little all over the place. You weren't Dante after.
Alrighty, let's keep it rolling. What's next?
All right. Oh wait, do singles match.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Marcus Mathers Wrestling Open, we'll call it.
Nice.
That was a match I really wanted to do well in. Marcus is an amazing talent. I feel like he's one of the standard on where the young guys should be in independent wrestling. And he's booked everywhere for a reason because he is the young prodigy. And I wanted to show him that I can go with him and I can go with the best of them. And I feel like I did that. And for a good 6 minutes, it was competitive, it was fun, it was hard hitting, and I would love to do it again. So, Marcus, shout out to you, and go check out that match on Wrestling Open's YouTube page.
Yeah. How about you, Jack?
MJF. I beat the AEW World Champion. There's no better answer.
Okay. All right. Here's here's a fun question for you both, you guys. If you guys were to wrestle each other right now, who's coming up on top?
Dante.
Maybe Jack, because I think he would just catch me off guard and outsmart me.
Okay. Okay. All right. What's a move that your partner does that you wish you could do?
So sometimes the new students at Cap, like, I'll kind of just like go into the ring after practice, be like, they're starting how to hit the ropes for the first time, they learn Irish whips, and I'll be like, listen, flavors of ice cream, everyone does their own thing. You hit the ropes with your back, I hit it with my head, and I'll just do it and like bust it out of nowhere and be like, is that how you hit the ropes? I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. I just do that once in a while. I would love to do a good sling blade though. Jack has an amazing sling blade, and I don't know how to. I feel like it's a very easy move. I just could never get a handle on it.
I don't know if it's single.
Okay.
It's a great move. It's a great sling blade.
Like a simple move.
Sometimes people just, got it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, so you will make moves just look so much easier than they are. Like, don't give me the guys. Stop. No, I'm just gonna put you over, and you're just gonna look blankly at the screen. And yeah, there you go, back. No, dude, Jack is a tremendous in-ring wrestler. Like, I'm gonna put my buddy over for a second because he'll just like hop into a ring and like after busting his ass on social media and being so busy with trying to succeed in his personal life and doing all this shit, he'll just like effortlessly like pull out like a moonsault, like just do like a Daniel Bryan backflip and just like crazy arm drags. Like, he'll step into a ring just for like an open ring sense and be wrestling for like 40 minutes, not break a sweat, and be like, okay, cool, that was fun. Like, he's been doing this for 6 years, and he's younger than me. Like, it shows. It's just second nature to him.
Man, I love you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to say, and then this is not. I don't want to. I thought you were about to say he's been doing this for 6 years. And he still hasn't broken a sweat, and I was gonna just die laughing, but you didn't say it. I just thought that's where you're going.
All right.
I might use that though. I've been doing this for 6 years. I haven't broken a sweat once.
It's pretty
Thanks,
fun.
man. I really appreciate that, man. Well,
All right. I got 2 final questions for you. If anybody else has anything into the chat, drop them. So, all right. So, new year. Well, we're going into April soon. So, what's some goals for you guys for the rest of the year?
To be honest, it's like I don't have a goal. I have places I want to work.
Mm-hmm.
I have places I want to go, matches I want to have.
Well, put it out there because, that'll be in the clouds and it's going to happen. You have to put it out there.
A big goal of mine is beyond wrestling. I want to wrestle in front of that crowd. Thursdays is just a tough day for the frat star to get out of class. And that Worcester crowd needs to be injected into my veins on every occasion. So I would love to wrestle for Beyond Wrestling. Limitless Wrestling, I would love to work for them at some point. And I hate name dropping here because it's like, oh, I want to work for Disney World. I want to work for Google.
Mm-hmm.
But like, these are places where I want to go and prove that I'm one of the better wrestlers going today. I don't want to say I'm the best because I haven't done anything yet. But I think that I could hang with some really, really big names. And I want to prove that. So it's a chip on my shoulder. And that goes double for VBU. I think that we're a great tag team. I think that we're strong competitors individually. I think together we are basically unstoppable. Some people have like a talker and they have the brains, and they have the brawler and they have the high flyer. Like, Jack and I could stand fully on our own as singles competitors, and we're a tag team. And I think it adds something to the table that other teams can't. So my goal is to get recognized. That's the mission for 2023.
Well, definitely with you. Like, it's, I said this to you, that I feel like this is going to be your year. VBU as a whole, too. But, I mean, I've been noticing, too, like, a lot of people have been putting you over, too, that you're one of the ones to watch in your singles career. I mean, I've seen even Logan Black was putting you over recently, too, that you're one to watch.
Logan's such a great guy too. I actually met Logan over the pandemic, wrestling for Uncanny Productions, and dude, he's just been such a big help. We worked him at Blitzkrieg Pro, actually, Jack and I, and he's just one of the good guys in wrestling, just looking out for his students, looking out for himself, and just being just a good representative of what a wrestler should be.
I need to do an update with Logan Black. It's been put it on my list because it's been a while since I got Logan Black on my podcast. So if you guys want to learn a little bit about him from a while ago, I got him. It's time to bring him back on this pod.
Yeah, thank you, Tiff. I appreciate that.
Of course. Go ahead, Jack. What's some goals this year?
Yeah, I'll just want to double down. To say you haven't done anything is just a flat out lie. That's not true in the slightest. Creative Pro is not only an opinion, it is a fact, the best wrestling school in the world, and you are a graduate of that school. And last year, it was one thing. That is a roster of like 30 plus people, and only 4 people got nominated for One to Watch. I wasn't nominated. You were nominated. And if that doesn't tell everyone who the standout member of VBU is, I don't know what will tell you it. It's Dante Drago, and I will say that to anyone, and I say that with pride, and I'm proud of that because that's my vlog, bro. That's my tag partner. I love you, man. You not only were nominated, you won. And that was a fan vote. And at the end of the day, this is a fan industry. It's what they want, and they want Dante. Dante is the man, whether it's singles, whether it's tags. Dante's the guy. He's the frat star. He's more than just a frat star. He is just an overall star. He's a supernova. I'm just going to put that out there. He's the frat supernova. Yeah, I like that. That sounds cool. It doesn't flow as well as the frat star, but it's a supernova. Why not? So yeah, I'll reiterate everything you said. Get our names out there. Whether it's at the Fed, it's with some honor, it's with some elite, it's with an alliance, it's with some impact. I don't care. Get VBU anywhere and everywhere. And I'm all for that. I love that. I absolutely love that. But I will say a goal that I have is outside of professional wrestling is at the start of this year, I filmed my first feature film. Now, not only do I want to film another, thanks Dante, I want to film another movie. I'm so excited. I would love to do that again at any capacity, but I would love to be able to get on something that, I don't know, went to a streaming platform or went to TV or went to theaters, even if it was just one line, that'd be really cool. But in regards to that specific movie, I'll put this in the universe. I really want that film to get into the Tribeca Film Festival. So that's and that might not happen until next year, depending on editing purposes. But that's like the goal. That's the dream right now that we're sitting on. That entire incredible casting crew. Shout out to Colin Roach for writing and directing that. Miss you, Colin.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you're another one to be reckoned with. So keep eyes out on him. I still I think I started the Dark Jack thing. That's how it started, because I feel like you tapped into something with BRG. You tapped into something that I didn't know I needed. It's the most craziest thing. So now that's why you always see me randomly like Dark Jack. That was like one of your best fucking promos. I mean, I don't know. I know you guys are always like the hardest on yourselves and shit like that, but it was one of my favorite promos that I saw of you. And it was like, fuck, he just tapped into something that I never seen before. So keep doing what you're doing. You guys know I love you both very much. So if you want to see them again, tag the promotions you want to see them at. So, but with that said, since it's been a year since you guys have been on, I mean, I know Dante was on, but we were having fun with Kyle and Trayvon. So what's a piece of advice, like an updated, because now you're more seasoned. It's been a year since you guys came together on this podcast. So for those inspired, amateur wrestlers out there, what's a, piece of advice you can give them?
This is something that I heard, honestly, I hate to say this, but Tom Holland said it, and it's always stuck with me, and it really helps. Turn nerves into excitement. And you might not know what that means now, but you'll know what it means when the moment counts. Sorry, I don't have a better piece of advice. That's just the first thing that came.
No, you're good.
That's the first thing that came to mind. And I really liked it. It really helped me.
Mm-hmm.
And I got an advice from a friend of mine recently, not wrestling related, and it was very simple. And they said, just be, just be in the moment, be present. Stop thinking about overthinking the past. Stop overthinking the future. Just be in the now, and take a second and look around and think about all the good you have in this world. And that day actually came. I had an audition in New York City, and I was taking the train into the city, and I was just being, and I looked around and I saw this mom and her kid, and they were laughing, and I thought that was really sweet. And then I went into this audition, and I just be, and I was just being, and I had a great audition that I was very proud of. And then as I was walking down the street and I was just being, I was living life. I passed the Harry Potter store, and I was like, I didn't even know this was a thing. So the day I was told to just be and stop overthinking everything and stop thinking the world revolves around you, because I don't know if anyone knows this that's listening, the world does not revolve around you. It doesn't revolve around me. It doesn't revolve around any of us. We all revolve together. I don't know. I had one of the best days of my life. So I just think just be.
That's good advice.
In a wrestling sense, watch wrestling. I tell everyone at Cap this, that you can get really good at wrestling by just watching wrestling, because you'll find stuff that you like and you go, oh, that's a cool move, I'm going to use that. Or you can find a spot you like and go, oh, that's a good way to get out of that move, I'm going to use that. And then you just throw your little twist on it. That's how you start getting good at wrestling. I mean, yeah, just care about what you do. Take yourself seriously. Be honest with yourself. They're all cliches, but they're all cliches for a reason. But in terms of a life thing, Jack kind of made it like very personal.
Sorry.
All things will pass. You know, there are tough times, and it's just gonna go away. And what was important yesterday might not be important today. So it's kind of a lesson that I've learned in this year. And bet on yourself. Like the human mind and the body is a very powerful thing. So if you think you can do it and you know you can do it, just go out there and give it your best shot.
Oh, I got another piece of advice. These are just quotes that I'm thinking of while Dante's talking. This is from one of my all-time favorite comfort movies. It's 17 again, and there's a quote in it. It's a line in the movie which I think is beautiful, and it's, when you're young, everything seems like the end of the world, but it's not. It's just the beginning. And I don't think that is a line that is just meant for, it was a high school coming of age story. It's not just meant for high school. I think it's meant for everyone. Because, I mean, really think about it. If you're 40 years old and you live to be 100, you live to be 90, like, that's not even half your life. Like, you're young in the grand scheme of things, technically, you know? So not only when you're young, just in the moment, everything seems like the end of the world, but it's not. It is just the beginning. And one mistake does not define you. We are a product of all of our successes and all of our failures brought together, and you would not be you, and you would not be as beautiful and as special and as amazing as you are if it wasn't for not only your wins, but your losses as well. So take your losses on the chin, get back up, keep fighting, and don't stop. Because like my hero, Rocky Balboa, said, it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take. That's how winning is done.
There you have it. So, all right, let's go over what you got guys coming up. So if people want to come bother you, buy some stuff, support you, throw some streamers, bring some, candies and all the fun stuff for them. So I have the Excite Wrestling here. Dante will be there on April 8th. I have that flyer up here for you guys. VPW, you guys will both be there on April 15th. Jack's wrestling Leo Sparrow. Dante's wrestling Cade Lothbrook. So Delta House, we'll see what happens. We got Invictus. Shout out to them over there. I love Alex very much. So I got to get to one of the shows. It's been like a minute that I've been over there. So what's the date of this one? April 28th. And then I have Cap. So I'll be there. I'll definitely be there. So that will be in Melville. I'm sad it's not in Lynbrook, but so I have to write out a little further, but that's okay. It's closer than me going up to Massachusetts. So your guys' match hasn't been announced yet, but you'll be there, correct? Well, I saw the posters of you guys editing.
We didn't edit that. A Jackpack member did. Shout out to Billy for making that.
That's amazing. So
Thanks, Billy.
Much love to you. So yeah, go get tickets. I know they were almost gone, right? I think I read that. By the time that I logged in, front row was already sold out. I was like, fuck. 300
tickets sold in the first 10 minutes. That is the fastest sell in the history of Creative Pro Wrestling.
That's so insane. So I'll be there. And then we have Rad Pro Wrestling. So Botanicals.
Botanicals.
I'm here for it. The fact that I have promoters reaching out to me saying that to me in DMs is freaking hysterical. It's one of the most funniest things, and then like people commenting on Twitter randomly. So definitely go check out Redbro as well. Anything else coming up for you guys, or that's pretty much that you guys have that you can announce, right?
Short film this weekend. That's cool.
I'm gonna watch WrestleMania. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna watch that too. We're gonna watch it too.
Good weekend for wrestling as a whole, whether you're watching the indies, whether you're watching WWE, whatever it is. So good time to be a wrestling fan. So, and watch whatever makes you happy pretty much. So promote merch, social medias, all that fun stuff.
I'll go first. My name is Dante.
Hi,
My last
Dante.
name is- This is my alcohol anonymous meeting. Just kidding. In order to support my functioning alcoholism, you should buy a shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/Dante Drago Wrestles. You can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, Dante Drago Wrestles. Twitter is at Dante_Drago. I post content for the most part pretty often, and you should interact with it. DM me. Tell me that you've seen a match of mine, that you hate it. I think that's pretty funny. And support independent wrestling. Buy a t-shirt of mine, and then buy a t-shirt of someone else's. Maybe Jack's. Which Jack you can find where?
ProWrestlingTees.com/JT Vlogs. You not only can get Jackpack JT Vlogs merchandise, you can also get BBU merchandise. You see that awesome logo on Dante's hoodie? Yeah, you can get that on a shirt if you want. It's in varying colors. So if you don't like one color, boom, you can go get another color. But if you're all into colors, then I would suggest taking a look at my social media championship, because it's got all the colors for all the social media apps that I am active on. Of course, we got YouTube at Jack Tomlinson Vlog. New vlog coming out this week, next week, and the following week. We got at Jack Tomlinson 2000 for both TikTok and Instagram, and we got at Jack Tomlinson 00 on Twitter, because you know I am the social media champion, so I gotta be all over the place, plugging always. It's a constant plug, being the verified social media champion of professional wrestling. But it does not stop there, because if you want to support me, if you want to support VBU, not only follow me on social media, not only get the merchandise, again, ProWrestlingTees.com/GTVlogs, but you also got to head on out to your local Target, Walmart, GNC, Vitamin Shop, or Sam's Club, maybe even a Kroger, and get some Prime. Stay hydrated. Hashtag drink Prime.
There you go. There you have it. So support these guys. I'm sure they'll be back on the podcast real soon. So go give them some love. Go buy their shit. Go visit them. Go say hi. All that fun stuff. So well, I guess that's it, right? I covered everything with you guys. I mean, there's so much. Oh, and Bubbles. So well, thanks everybody for all your fan questions and your questions in the chat. I love you guys so much. So I'm off next week. I'm taking a break. So enjoy wrestling. I'll be back soon. So make sure you're following the Indie Wrestling Corner. So I love you guys. Stay safe. Support independent wrestling. Support these two. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good night.
Comments and two belts.
Dante, two best two.